Hey, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to day two of this 9 video series. If you're new here, make sure you go and hit the subscribe button down below. If you like my content, make sure you give it the thumbs up. Again, like I said, this is day two of the high ticket affiliate training program. And if you're new, you're going to want to make sure you go back and start at the beginning. So if you haven't seen day one, you haven't seen the introduction to what's going on, what this video series is about, you're going to want to make sure you go back and watch that series, because again, it's a sequential series, and we're gonna each video is going to build off of each other and walk you through the process of how to get set up with affiliate marketing and how to become successful and get to that six-figure mark in as quick as you want, or as quick as you need. So as much effort as you're going to apply and put into this, that's what determines your success, not your ability or not your tech experience. It's what you want to put into this. I'm going to take you through this step-by-step training, and you'll be off and running. So I'll point this out here so you can see exactly what's going on. So we are in day two. It's not showing here yet, but we are in day two. So make sure you go back and hit that day one series. And then if you're brand new, make sure you go back and hit that start here at the beginning. You start from day, start at the beginning, and make sure you follow along and make sure you go through these steps. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that cleared out. Turn this, not that, I want to turn that off. All right, so today's video series is all about the setup. So we're going to take you through the setup of what to do, what the expectations are here, and we're going to start with TikTok. So before we start with TikTok, we're going to create some email addresses and then take those same email addresses and set up our TikTok accounts. We're not going to be setting up any videos today, but we're just going to be going through the process of what to do. And if you recall from yesterday's video, we walked through getting set up with the domain process and setting up with the domain, how to get that URL forwarding to that new domain that you purchased. So if you haven't done that yet, you're going to want to make sure you go back to that day one, follow the steps there on getting your domain set up, and what to do with your links and how to get those links, and what you're going to be do for are going to be doing for the following there. So make sure you go back and do that. And as always, the links are right down below. So if you haven't signed up yet, you want to make sure you go get signed up down below. There's a sign up link to go get directly signed up with the multiple income funnel. If you need links to Namecheap, or you need links to the different offerings, you can see those right down below in the video series. So check down below in the description. You should be able to see that information. Um, so I'll start off with showing the process here just on, I'm going to use Gmail as a service provider. So we'll go through the process of getting set up with the Gmail. Oh, and I forgot to mention that at the bottom, in the description area, there'll be a link to a checklist. So, as we go through, I'm going to make sure that we document what we do. We're going to be creating multiple usernames and passwords for TikTok and Google. So I want to make sure that we share that information appropriately, and you can use that as a tracking form moving forward. So, just good useful information for you. So I'll share this before we sign into Google. I'll share this Excel sheet with you. It's going to be in a Google Docs form, so you're going to have access to the Google Doc. You can just go grab that link from the description down below, and you can use that to help you get set up. So I'll slide that screen over, and you can start to see what we're going to do. So right out of the gate, I just did a quick setup here, just a basic sheet. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up 5 Gmail addresses, and then we're going to set up five TikTok names. So if you're new to TikTok, the how to get set up in TikTok is really really easy. But first, if you haven't downloaded it yet, you haven't used it yet, so you're going to want to go to the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Um, and make sure you download that application to your phone, and it gets all set up. So, and we're right here on YouTube. So if you're looking for instructions on how to download that, how to get that loaded to your phone, just Google that, search that on YouTube, and it should come right up for you. So, but we're going to assume that you already have TikTok and how to get set up. So from here, we're gonna, I'm just gonna create some basic email addresses. I haven't checked to see if these are available yet. Hoping they will be, so it makes this process a little bit easier. But we'll get started. So I'm going to create 5 email addresses. And really, what I'm going to do is they're going to be super easy to remember, but I'm going to track them anyway. So I'm going to create just TT is for TikTok, and then BC, and then 001, and I'm just going to do 001 through 005. So I'm going to just drag this down, and what I'm going to do is just change this on each one of them. So I'm going to come back in here and just copy and paste this each time. So hopefully these email addresses are available. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come back in here and change this, and you'll see that. Same thing with the TikTok names. Hoping these are available. So I'm just going to take these and drag those down also. And right now that's going to be my plan to use those names. And if something changes, you'll see that. And as far as passwords, I'm going to keep these starred out because I know what I'm going to use for a password. I'm not going to share my passwords with you. So when we get into setting up TikTok, I just put my domain name here. This is the one that I purchased yesterday, showing you how to go through that process on Namecheap to get that set up. So I just typed that in here. That way, I'm going to come back and copy it when I get the TikTok account set up. So um, we will head over to Google and get those accounts set up. So I'll minimize that sheet for a moment, and I'm going to bring up this. Let me see. I'm just going to grab that. I don't like it down there. All right, so I'm going to go in here. Now we're in Google. Again, you can use any platform you want. I just prefer using Gmail as a platform. So we're going to go over to create account and basic user information. I'm going to see, and then from a password perspective, so let's see if I type that in correctly. Oh, I didn't type a G. So as I stated, that TTBC001 at, I don't type Gmail, so we'll see if that's available. Oh, that email is a taken. So we have to come up with a different name. That's all right. Let's go just a dot. Let's see if that's available. And that is not available either. That's strange. Okay, 1 second. All right, so what am I gonna do? Let's try this. TT Bill 001. Let's see. Also, that's available. So I'm not going to say my passwords. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to blur this out so you won't be able to see. I'm just going to put my birth month in there. Don't want you all to see how old I am. So when you get to the next screen, it's really just going through the terms and conditions. And if you want an email address, you've got to hit agree. Otherwise, you won't get one. So now we're in the Gmail inbox, and before I forget, I'm gonna go back in, slide this screen back over, and before I forget, I'm going to change this. All the way down. I'll send the emails. 3, 4, and there are easier ways in Excel, but I didn't feel like going through it. So I'm going to do the same thing here just to make sure that I'm staying consistent. 001, and just drag that right down till we get to the 5. There we go. So hopefully I can use those no problem with in there. But I just wanted to share that process with you. So from here, you've got your email addresses. You can use this if you want to for anything else as you get set up. but really it's to get your TikTok set up. So you're going to repeat that process, steps 1 through 5. Do the same exact thing as you go through. Create your 5 email addresses, because as we set up our TikToks, we're going to set up our TikToks with with the email address versus the phone number. So now I'm going to share we're going to go off a screen share, and I'm going to share my phone so we can walk through that step of getting the TikTok set up. So all right, so now I'm going to share my phone and we can get set up. We'll just minimize this, get back over to here, so that way you can see what's going on. So I'll go to my phone and we'll get this squared away here. So let me share my screen. Just All right, so it took a second for it to come up, but my phone is now being shared so you can see my screen. Hopefully there's not too much of a delay on there. Um, all right, so we're gonna go over to TikTok and we're going to set up those accounts. So we'll swipe over to the next screen so we can get to TikTok. All right, so from here we're gonna continue with Google. Like I said, you can continue with your other names, but actually we're gonna continue with not Google with email. Um, we can use email. So email and username. So from here, we want to make sure we don't put your phone number in. We want to use the email and username. So like we typed in, we're going to tbill001, and then whatever password that you choose, just make sure you remember what those passwords are. We're going to hit log in. So we got to slide that little box over just to verify we're not a bot. What is going on? Oops, I made a mistake. It's been a while since I set up a new TikTok account. So what we don't want to use phone, email, username, or Google at this point. We haven't set up the account yet. So what I messed up on was I didn't hit the sign up button. So right down the bottom, you hit the sign up button, and now is where we want to use phone or email right at the top there. So um, it's now requiring you to put the birthday in, and I'm not going to hide it this time, so you can see how old I am, but it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you're going to put some effort into getting your business set up, and be successful making 4 to 5 figures a month and 6 figures a year. So here's where we're going to put that email address in that we created just a little while ago. So for me, it was tiktokbill.001 at gmail.com. Make sure that looks right. Yep. So next. Now we slide that little block over, get that lined up, and we've got to create our password. It's not giving me the feature to move forward. There we go. So I'm going to create next. And here's where I'm going to create that TikTok name. So I want it to match. Nope. TT Bill. Come on, I can't type. TBILL001. So we can see that the name is available by looking at that checkbox. Sorry, clicked the wrong button there. So the checkbox right to the right there, that green checkbox, so it's available. So we're going to go ahead and hit that sign up button. You can skip if you want to, not create all your interests right now, but you got to remember, this is, you don't want to pick some interest, that way when you do get signed in, you can see some things follow up on your news feed. So I want to send notifications. Yes, absolutely. People are commenting on your TikTok and following you. You're gonna make sure you respond to those, and we'll go through that in the videos. So I don't want to follow. Yep. Skip all this. Yep. We'll cancel all of that. I have no idea what any of this content is that's showing up. Brand new account, so I haven't followed anything at all. So again, we're at our first TikTok account. We're going to recreate this process for 5 accounts, and when we start making videos, we'll talk about what to do with it and why the different 5 accounts. But it's really about creating consistency. Remember that URL that we set up, that domain that we set up yesterday. You're going to be using these TikTok accounts to drive traffic to to that URL and that domain to ultimately, provide that offering to customers. So, really, the next steps here, I want to go through and get our profile set up. So, next step is we'll go to the profile and kind of give you some recommendations on how to get that set up. So from here, we'll scroll over to the profile tab, and you can see that there's our name that we put in. You can put in a different name up here. You can say Bill. You can say super affiliate. And that'll show up at the top of your name tag there. But people find you by your at address, but they can still type in the name if needed. So Um, from here, if you want to add a picture of yourself, I'd recommend going. It's you can. I wouldn't put a family photo. I'd really put a picture of, or an obscure photo. Really put a picture of you because it's you that's going to be, making these offers to people out there. So make sure it's a clear photo. You can really see it. If you're wondering how to make a good clear photo, clear background picture, um, there's several videos out there. I may even post a video on how to make sure you get that clear picture. But you can go to a photo background remover. Actually, I'll click it. I have it on the screen right now, so I'll just show you real quick. Click it up here. So go to photoroom.com and you can upload a photo in here. And once you upload a photo, it'll remove the background for you. It has just your image. You can put it on a white background, clear background, pattern background, whatever you're really looking for. So it gives you some flexibility. So we'll go back to my page there. So we'll go back, we're back here, it's showing my screen. So we want to edit the profile. I mean, this is, when people look at your profile, they're going to say, all right, what is this person doing? What are they offering? We want to make sure that it's clear. So yesterday's video, we talked about the mindset and who you're selling to, how do they know what you're doing? So we got to make sure that, this is good. So we have our name, our username, and here we want to do our bio. So we're going to our bio and you can say, making, or let's say, let's just say making money, and we have a limited amount of characters on here, so you got to be concerned, or not concerned, but aware of where you are on a character count. So online, and let's say I'm gonna cross that out even further just to limit the characters. I'm gonna put an emoji in here. Let's say money, and we'll go back here. Okay, online and teaching you to. So pretty basic. And you can see here we've got 38 out of the 80 characters already, so it goes pretty quick. Um, so we want to, and here's, when you have a new account on Instagram, you're not going to have a clickable URL, a clickable link that people can say, all right, I'm going to go to simplemoneyaffiliate.com or whatever URL you chose yesterday and purchased. You're not going to put that in right away. If you chose a business account, you could definitely put that URL in and people could click it. But as a business account, you're much more limited on what you can do, and what the sounds you can use. You won't be able to use a lot of the trending sounds, a lot of the videos, things of that nature. It just won't let you. So if you want to have a little more fun with your TikTok account, then I would recommend just setting up as a personal account, and then trying to get to trying to get to that point where you have more than 1,000 followers. That way you can put that clickable link in. Yeah, and I'm just using a freeware version of AirPlay screen, so that unregistered link comes up. I don't use it that often, so. But here we want to put, let's put a couple of arrows in. I'm going to say a couple arrows, and we'll say just that, and go to the arrows, and we'll go back there, and we'll say www, www, simple money, like it.com. So that way people know where to find your offer. And if people, when people grab that title, and you can, when we'll go through this in the TikTok videos tomorrow, but as you're making the videos and say, go visit my profile or visit my link, and there's some nuances with that too. So I'll share that with you tomorrow. But when you say visit my profile, look at my link, instead of typing out that big long URL that we showed in the video yesterday, you can say go Simple Money Affiliate or go to my site.com, whatever you want to put in. It'll actually bring you directly to that multiple income funnel page, that lead capture page, as opposed to typing out that full domain. So it really simplifies the process and makes it so that more people will click on your link, make you easier to find. So uh, you can see here we have 76 out of the 80 characters. You can put a few more in there if you want, emojis or whatnot. That's up to you. So we're just going to hit save and go back to the profile. So now you can see that it's nice and aligned, nice and center, real easy to see what's going on. Again, you can edit your profile in any fashion that you want, whatever makes sense to you, whatever's going to resonate with the target market that you're advertising or approaching. So whatever works for you. All right, so we've set up our account, and we're going through the videos. Again, all right, we've set up our account, so I'm not going to walk through the process of setting up all 5 accounts, but it's going to be the same process. So set up that first account, set up that second account, all the way through 5. That we have the 5 accounts, and ultimately with TikTok, one of your accounts will get banned, or one will take off, one won't take off. So it's really up to you on what you're going to be doing with that, and if it's sustainable. If we go through and we're monitoring it for a week and we find out that, or 2 weeks, and we find that one account's doing better than other, and the other one's not really getting any traction, then you don't have to keep posting there. You can keep it as a backup, and that way you have something. But we're going to talk about what to do with those different accounts and how to share content between those. So um, again, this is day 2 of the series. Tomorrow we're going to get into really setting up the TikToks, the structure. And don't worry if you're afraid of talking and talking to people and talking in the videos and recording yourself. We're going to start off nice and easy. We're going to start off with just some, you can look at the camera and some images of yourself, and we're going to put some text on the screen with some trending videos, how to find our trending sounds, how to find those sounds, keywords, how to copy. And again, in my worksheet here, the worksheet is down below in the description, so make sure you grab that. And as we go through the worksheet tomorrow, this will be built out a little bit further. And we're going to be tracking those 5 different accounts, the hashtags that we're using, the titles that we're using, etc. So again, hopefully you found the content useful. Um, this was just a setup. Tomorrow we're going to get into into creating the videos. So make sure you give me a thumbs up, and we will see you all tomorrow.